Hey, welcome back to the shop here at Hemmings. We're working on our 1972 Chevy Corvette, which we're getting ready for that great road trip across the United States for the Great Race. Now this car had 134,000 miles on it when we got it, and it looked good, but with that kind of mileage, as you can imagine, is pretty worn out. Most of the suspension parts were original, and just about everything was tired. Fortunately, we're working with Corvette Central, and right now everything under here is new and refreshed. And we ordered a kit from Corvette Central that included all the tie rod ends, the ball joints, all the bushings, everything factory replacement, and in fact the kit we're using has everything that looks correct. So if you were to go under here, it would look just like GM had done it. It's the same in the rear. Everything was worn out, and the main thing that we got from Corvette Central that really made this a lot easier was complete trailing arm assemblies. Now those trailing arms come with the bushings installed in the front and bearings in the back, new parking brake assemblies, all ready to go. They even have new hubs. So all we had to do was remove the old trailing arms and put the new ones in. That saves a lot of time. Those bushings are special in the front. They need to be crimped in place so they stay where they're at. The bearings in the back need to be set with shims. Corvette Central's got all those parts, and they've even got the special tools if you want to do that yourself. We were on kind of a time crunch, so we took the complete trailing arm assemblies. We're real happy we did. We complemented that with all new U-joints for the drive shaft, fresh rotors and calipers and brake pads, and new brake hardware. Right now, this thing is ready to hit the road in terms of suspension, other than being aligned, and we're going to get back into some other projects right now. Today we're jumping under the hood because we've got a lot of problems on this 350. We've got a brand new rebuilt carburetor, a new distributor, a new radiator, and a whole bunch of other parts that we need to get installed. Junior's already fast at it, so I'm going to join him. We're going to get the work rolling right now. Radiator bracket.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a coil in it to keep it from collapsing. It does not. Oh, guess what? I'm hitting the control arm. You're gonna have to go up first. There we go. That's why I never got changed, though. Wow.
Okay, we finally got the radiator out after fighting with it for quite a while. Remember, this was sort of a chain of events where we had to get the fan shroud out to get the upper control arms off, and we could not seem to get the fan shroud out. And we knew we had to take the radiator out anyway because we have a new one for it. You can see why we have a new one for it now. Not only is this thing old, but it's been bashed and soldered back together. There's, as Junior says, it's about a pound of solder down here at the lower connection that somebody did one point. And that upper neck, we can now see, is actually copper piped. And Junior noticed that and thinks that somebody made that out of plumbing pipe at some point because there's no copper tubing in these radiators. There's all kinds of other bashes and issues on this, so it's beat up. We got a new one, so this isn't going back in. Fortunately, one of Hemmings' partners on this project is Zip Corvette parts, and that's really helped us out a lot in sorting things in the engine bay. We got a beautiful aluminum radiator that fit right in the stock location, but has really huge cooling capacity, and a whole bunch of other parts like GM-style hoses and other little bits that were missing. It's really helped get the car sorted out. All right, this new radiator is from Zip. It's obviously aluminum. It is shaped like the stock piece and should fit exactly where the stock one was. If you remember, our stock one was really roached, was pretty torn up. And this neck had been replaced on our old one, so it gave us a lot of trouble getting the shroud out. We're gonna try to lower this into place and then put the shroud in afterwards, and hopefully that will work the way Chevy intended. So let's give it a whirl. Big news on this car is that you could be its next owner. Corvette's going to be part of a giveaway going on all summer. You can read about all the details on hemmings.com/Corvette giveaway. The cokertire website will also have all the details on the giveaway. There's no purchase required to enter, but you do have to get your entries in by September 1st. We're going back under the hood now to try to sort out some of the problems we talked about earlier. Chief among them, the Quadrajet that's on our 350 here. We talked earlier about the fact that it looks like somebody ran this car with a rusty gas tank and filled the carb with junk. Now that carburetor is not the original one from this car. Somebody before us replaced it with a rebuilt unit, and it's got some other problems too. So in the interest of getting this thing sorted out quickly, we went to Zip and ordered a rebuilt carburetor. And when I ordered this, the catalog said that it was a functionally correct carburetor for a 72 350. I was pleasantly surprised to find that it actually has the correct numbers in it for our 72 350, 200 horsepower with automatic transmission. So this should bolt right on and solve a bunch of those problems. We are also going to change the distributor we got from Zip also. It is a stock looking tach drive distributor to replace the original breaker point unit. The only difference is our new one has a Pertronix electronic ignition unit inside of it. It too should bolt right in place. We're hoping that when we get those two things on there, a lot of our engine troubles are going to go away. We've got other work to do under here. We have to put on a new exhaust manifold to replace the cracked one. For now, we're going to dive into the carburetor and the distributor. So we got the old carburetor off and we're just swapping some things over like the air cleaner stud and linkage hookups before we put the new one from Zip on the car. Now that they're off, it's pretty clear that not only was this not the original carburetor, it's not the correct one for the car. The casting is different. A lot of the hose hookups are in a different place and well, it's just not the right one. This one, as I said earlier, it's got the right number on it, so it should be exactly the one for this car. We're going to slap that on there. They even sent us a proper Quadrajet gasket with the little anti-crush sleeves in it. So it should be fairly straightforward. We'll put that on the car now. New carburetor's on. We made a few other upgrades in the process. Somebody had cut the factory metal fuel line of the carburetor. These have a steel line that goes all the way from the fuel pump right to the carb. Somebody before us cut that and put aftermarket plastic fuel filters in it, probably when they were running the car with the old rusty gas tank. Zip set us up with a pre-bent line that fit, and there is a filter in the front of a Quadrajet, so you don't need an inline filter if it's set up the way the factory intended. I think we're good like that now. There's a molded fuel line to go to the fuel pump down below. Zip had that too. It even comes with the green factory style clamps. This is the return line that is factory style as well. So we should be all set on the carburetor side. I think next up is getting that old distributor out of there.
This assembly is just held on with a couple of wing nuts.
We got the old distributor out. It came out without a fight. You may remember this thing is, it looks like the original. It's got breaker points in it still, but somebody's been in it. They recurved it. They did some welding on the top of the shaft. The mechanism doesn't work right anymore. The pins for the springs are falling out and it's kind of a mess. But the thing is, because it's a Corvette distributor, it's got the tach drive on it. So we needed another tach drive distributor. So this is the one we got from Zip. It is new and it has a Pertronix in it. They do offer one with breaker points if you want to stay stock. We figured we'd do the upgrade. Here's the tach drive output on the distributor. We just need to steal the angle drive off the factory unit, swap that over to the new one. 1-inch wrench, break it free, and we'll just swap that over, and then we're ready to drop it in.
While we're at it, do we want to stab it where it belongs?
And it's usually this one, right? I know it's supposed to point to number one.
Normally, number one is right here. But on this, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
number one. As long as we got enough swing to set timing, that's all that really matters.
So we can, I guess, just test that. And then these do just go right to the coil, positive and minus.
Okay.
And then we'll make our new feed line. This car is going to be part of a giveaway that's going to go on all summer. You can get all the details at hemmings.com/Corvette giveaway. There's no purchase required, but you do have to get your entries in by September 1st. We've said before during the project that everything we're doing to our Corvette is really to get it back in shape, to kind of make it the way it was when it was new. We're not doing a lot of upgrades or hot rod parts. In fact, we're doing almost none. But one thing we do want to upgrade a bit on this thing is the valve covers. Our base engine 350 came with stamped steel valve covers that are just not befitting a Corvette. So we splurged and ordered up a set of these LT1 valve covers that Zip has. These are exactly like the ones the LT1 engine would have had, and they were used throughout the Corvette's run in the C3 on other high-performance engines as well. They're cast aluminum, they're just like the GM ones. One thing to note on these, if you do order a set for your car, you have to order all the necessary parts individually. So the oil fill cap, each one of the grommets, and even the little cross flags decal for the other side. And don't forget to order a set of valve cover bolts to go with these, because they're thicker than the stamped steel ones and your steel bolts will not be long enough. Now the covers did come with a set of high quality rubber cork gaskets, so we're set there, and I think we've got everything else we need to put these things in place, so we're going to drop them on now.
Got 12 volts, not timing.
Where's the timing right now?
Off the scale, completely off the scale. So if you're having a hard time timing your engine and you can't get it right, always look at your balancer or damper, depending on what you want to use. As we ran into here, you can see that is your key for the crank, and these are the timing marks. As you can see, they're way off. This is often overlooked when working on your engine, rebuilding, etc. They're not that expensive. Always make sure to replace it, because they can go bad over time, and you're never going to be able to time your engine.
We're diving back under the car next to put on our new exhaust system. Now this car had a stock type system on it and it had a bunch of problems. It was pretty rusty, so we just cut it off. We ordered from Corvette Central another stock type exhaust system, but we decided to take a slight upgrade. Corvette Central offers a replica of the factory optional off-road exhaust. Now that's not off-road like four-wheeling, it's sort of like racing, but not really. It's just slightly larger diameter tubing and I think maybe slightly lower restriction mufflers, but it is something that GM offered. It should bolt right into place. We also got from Corvette Central new gaskets and new hardware, and we're hoping that it goes up pretty easily, so we're gonna get into that now.
She's in.
If you're trying to put a 2.5-inch exhaust system on your classic Corvette and you're having trouble and it's not a replica kit like this, know that there is a 2.5-inch exhaust bracket that Corvette Central has. This again was included in our kit, but it has its own part number, so it should be in their catalog. What do you think?
Pretty darn tight.
Okay, this is a moment of truth, or at least one of several in this project. We're about to try to give this thing the first fire since putting all of this stuff back together. Our new carburetor, our new distributor, our new radiator is in place, the new exhaust system is installed, and the fuel system is almost entirely new. The rubber lines, the steel lines, there's only one old line in the whole fuel system. The new radiator is filled with fresh coolant. Off camera, Junior did a transmission service and he has the trans pan filled up. We changed the oil once already and that is full. We'll change it again later. And we've just been trying to figure out what it is that we forgot. So that means it's time to give it a try. I think Junior's gonna squirt some fuel in the carb and we're gonna hit it for the first time.
Sit here and prime it up by filling the bowl because we have nothing in our fuel system. It's completely empty. Hopefully this will get it to run long enough to prime the fuel pump. He's gonna pull it on for you.
Yeah, I heard.
Okay. Oh, yeah.